So graders, today we are going to start Unit 4 in our reading. You guys all already have our new, you're not getting them out, our new readers. Our new readers are, it's called Stories of Ancient Rome. And we're going to be reading stories about
ancient Roman civilization.
Ancient Rome. Our workbook is going to be the Ancient Roman Civilization, which is what we're going to be focusing on, the Ancient Roman Civilization. Just important to know that our title of our book is called Stories of Ancient Rome. So we're going to get into this today. We're going to talk about it. We're going to learn the basics. We're going to go over this today. Today we are going to look at where Rome is. And we're going to learn a little bit about what Rome is, or about Rome. We're going to learn about the Mediterranean and just different words. Now, one thing that, as we were kind of looking through this teacher's guide, Ray put it away, that we noticed is there are a lot of words that I can honestly say I can't pronounce, whether it's because they come from a different language or it's just something that I'm not familiar with. And so sometimes when we come across something in our book, instead of guessing or sounding it out, I'm going to use a tool. And it's a tool that you might not have right now, but it's what you can do is you can search a word and you can have it play on your computer and it'll read it for you. So I'm just warning you that we're going to utilize that a few times throughout our lessons because there are words that even I'm not familiar with. Rome is in Italy. Does anybody know where that is? So over by there. So we're going to learn more about it today. It's over by there. So we're going to learn about Mediterranean Sea, the Tiber River, Italy, Greece, Spain, Turkey, France, Egypt, all of the areas over in that area. So Turkey, it's this country. Turkey, Italy, Greece, all of it's going to be the countries. And we're going to learn about Rome as well. So we're going to start off today looking at a picture of, nope, you can leave it on. What? Don't worry about it. We're going to look at a quick map, and then we'll get to it more in a little bit as well. This is a map. It's going to kind of show us the area that things are in. So Rome is right here in Italy. So Italy, if we zoom in, kind of looks like what shape? It is kind of like a shoe. So it's like a leg and then like a tall high-heeled boot or something. So just kind of breaking down this map a little bit for you. Up here, we turn off the middle set of lights, Kason. Thank you. Up here, we see Europe and all the countries that make up Europe, Germany, France, Spain, Italy. Down below is going to be Africa. That's another continent. And then important different pieces are going to be on here as well. So we see the Mediterranean Sea, we see the Black Sea, we see the Caspian Sea. Rome is going to be right up by that Mediterranean Sea. It's going to run right along that Mediterranean Sea. So Rome, as we, like I said, kind of zoom in, is going to be right here. And that's where Rome is. Okay? And we see that we said we're going to learn about the Tiber River, and that's going to be right there as well. So just giving you kind of an idea of where we're going to be moving to learn history and about ancient civilization there in Rome. Haley.
I see Turkey.
You see Turkey. That's when we mentioned Turkey. Very good. Yes.
I'm wondering, what is the Black Sea?
The Black Sea. That's a great question. Yes. We know it's right there. That's about what we know about it.
I think the Black Sea is like a really, really, really dark water.
It's what the name makes it seem like, right? Kason.
When it looks like a lake, but it really says sea, it means like there's a little opening that enters into the sea.
Yep, and this is going to be much bigger than a lake would be. It's a very, this is the country of Italy, and this is about the same size. So it is very, very large. Just, in comparison to other areas, maybe not quite as large. Third graders, I know there's lots to comment on, lots of questions, as there were with our last unit, but today's just kind of that introduction, and we'll have some more time for that as we go, okay? The really cool thing is hopefully a lot of your questions that we have throughout this time are going to be answered as we go. Charlie, please fix this. Thank you. Okay, we're going to learn more about it. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and Well, let's talk a little bit first before I move this away. We know we're going to be learning about ancient Roman civilization. What do you think a civilization is? I want you to, when I say go, you're going to do just a quick turn and talk with that person that you usually pair with, and I want you to kind of discuss what is a civilization. Go.
Yeah. A big thing that
3, 2, 1. So that's going to be one of those words we have. We're learning about ancient Roman civilization. So what do you think a civilization is? Grayson, we'll start with you. A big what? Good. That's a huge start to it. A civilization is going to be a group. Okay? That's a huge piece to it. What else do you think we're going to learn about it or know about it that goes with that civilization piece? Ray.
I think maybe it's like a type of war, maybe.
A type of war. Okay, not quite. It's not. That would be more of like a battle or something. You're brainstorming though, which is great. Charlie.
That civilization is like how they survive like fighting.
That's going to be, now it doesn't even have to be a long time ago, but that civilization piece is that group of people. We're going to be learning about how they survived and how they lived. What else?
A civilization, I think, is a little bit bigger than a community.
Okay. Good. So she's saying it's bigger than a community, so bigger than just local. Great. Mm-hmm.
I think a civilization is the history.
Good. So you can have a civilization now as well, but we are going to be learning about ancient, and that ancient piece tells us it's going to be long ago. Yes. Cool.
I
So
think
don't.
a civilization is going to be like a big thing with like filled with a lot of rich things.
Now, I love that idea, but unfortunately, not all civilizations are going to be rich. So I'm going to give you a little idea of it. You guys are hitting on great pieces. A civilization is going to be that very large group of people, and they're not living in crazy chaos. If it's a civilization, they're living in an organized way. They're living in a content way where they're in peace with each other and they're happy with each other. They build cities, and a civilization is going to have a writing system. Do we have a writing system? Definitely. They have leaders. Civilizations are going to have leaders. They're going to have laws. Depending on which civilization and where you live, there's going to be religions or different religions than maybe you've heard of before. Civilizations are going to have their own food system. So farming, growing food, picking food, whatever it happens to be, hunting food. They're going to have a way to get food. And within a civilization, everyone's going to do the same thing?
No.
Nope. Within a civilization, everyone has different jobs in order to make the civilization run well. So you might have those leaders, and you're going to have those people who work on the farms, and you're going to have the people who are taking care of children. You're going to have people who are teaching other people. You're going to have those warriors that are going to go out there. So a lot of different jobs within that civilization as well. And we're going to be learning about the ancient civilization of Rome. So one thing that's really important, and we're going to talk more about it, ancient. What do we know about that? Griffin.
It means like the way past.
Way past, right? So it's a long time ago. We're not learning about current Romans, people who currently live in Rome. We're going to learn about the history. So it's long ago. And we're going to learn exactly how long ago when we get further into it. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some vocabulary words and get ready to start our day with this. So one last thing I want to go over before we get into it is we said we're going to learn about ancient Rome. So one of the things we're going to see throughout our writing or reading is just those initials BC. And BC in our reading and what it stands for is before Christ. And we're also going to see BCE, and we're going to see both of these when I get into our vocabulary as well. And that just means before the common Christian era. Before the common Christian era. And we're going to see these again. So BC and BCE are two terms that are used when we're talking about things that came before the birth of Jesus Christ. And that's a teacher who lived a little more than 2,000 years ago and who had many followers and later those followers be called Christians. So just kind of, it's how we categorize that time periods with that BC and that BCE. So BC being before Christ and the BCE before Common Era. Sound good? Before Common Christian Era. So just kind of important to know what those terms are when we're reading and going through. We're going to hit those again when we get to our vocabulary. The next ones I want you to know are going to be those initials again. And one of them is we're going to see AD or CE. AD stands for Anon Damani. And that literally just means in the year of the Lord, which that's describing after the birth of Jesus Christ on, or CE, which just means Common Era, the Common Christian Era. So we're going to see those terms in our reading, and it just lets us know that there's a time period before that Christian era and that time period after. Sound good? That's all we're looking at with those, is just seeing where kind of this is taking place. But we're going to see those terms. We're going to see those abbreviations throughout our reading. Modern historians and archaeologists, people who are researching and finding artifacts from long ago, came up with these terms, or they use these terms to help them when they're referencing points in history. So kind of why we have to use them, it's just kind of what historians and architects and archaeologists are using when they're thinking about history as well. So they're going to be something we're going to see in our reading. Sound good? Perfect. Let's get to our next activity.